What's going on, guys? I go by the name of Cleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And I'm the anomaly Will Ferrell. We are the Arcade Tokens, and this is Coin Talk. This podcast is brought to you by Gridiron Gaming, powered by the PFRPA, and of course produced by Thunder Studios.
That's right, guys. All right, so of course we gotta update you guys on everything going on with the Smash Bowl, and there were some new, different rules that have been set in place. But this last weekend, of course, was always just a battle. It was a battle royale of everyone showing off their skills and how great they really were. The game is set to stamina mode in 10 HP, so most attacks will knock out a character in simply one hit. That's right, sudden death type settings, meaning one really great timed attack. Match is over. The time is set to 1 minute. The knockback is set to 1.3, and the item spawns are set to medium.
As if Smash wasn't stressful enough already. But since these matches are so fast, each set is played in a best of 19 or a first to 10 format. Very, very quick paced. A lot of big upsets in this format, though, but most notably, the king, MKLeo, was eliminated by Lade in the winners finals, and again by our guest today, Louis, aka Louis Money, in the losers finals.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, next week, though, Group B2 will be featured, and those features will come from Sammy Singles rule set, and it will be created by, of course, Drugged Fox. So you don't want to miss out on any of that. Seems like a lot of that stuff is going to be very interesting. And so you can check out, of course, the Smash Bowl every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thunder Gaming's Twitch channel. And that's, of course, twitch.tv/Thunder Gaming. And if you'd like to keep up with the bracket, in case you don't know what the rule sets or some of the terminology, you can always go check out the information at the smash.gg page. That is smash.gg/tournament/smash-bowl-mmxxi/details to keep up with everything for the Smash Bowls tournament.
So real quick, Smash, I want to get into this really quickly. Smash Brothers has created their own universe, like it's almost just every video game we grew up with combined into the same universe to fight. And that's very, very reminiscent of like the superhero universes that we see going on in Hollywood right now. Marvel's, brought out all their characters together for the Avengers, had an amazing rollout with their universe. DC, little less, strategy, little less consistency. They did kind of a similar way, a similar release. Their Justice League was first for some reason. Really, really, really random. And in terms of the cinematic universe, they've been competing for a very long time. Marvel dropped their rollout at the top of the year. Everybody's excited. But now DC is kind of dropping their stuff. And in true DC universe fashion, people are kind of confused. We got a Wonder Woman movie that just dropped on HBO Go. The reviews have been less than positive. Less than positive, especially coming off of an amazing Wonder Woman, the first movie. I really liked it. And now we have two Batmans going on at the same time. Cleo, you want to go more into this? This is very, very much, it's just in pure DC fashion. Like, I'm not surprised at all.
So Warner Brothers and the DC Studios went ahead and announced the fact that we will have two main franchises for Batman going on at the exact same time. We most recently saw the Batman trailer, which stars Robert Pattinson as, of course, Bruce Wayne, and Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle / Catwoman, Jeffrey Wright as, of course, Commissioner Gordon. I'm really excited for that project. Regardless, I'm excited for that. So that is going to be the Batman there. But the news that everyone had been waiting for quite some time for us to really see if we're going to get a Flashpoint Paradox story for the DC fans, we get Michael Keaton to be Warner Brothers / DC Cinematic Universe's Iron Man. He's going to be the one to help bridge the gap between a lot of the other DC heroes, which is also just a little weird considering we also just had Ben Affleck donning the cape and cowl, but he will not be the mainline universe Batman in the franchise over there. So it's
they doing
split down the middle.
Well, I don't. This is basically the equivalent of Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire having Spider-Man movies out at the same time, and I don't know how to feel.
I know exactly how I feel about it. Listen, there were like we could say there were a lot of things that were left in 2020. And so here is one thing I'm kind of hoping to leave in 2021. Multiverses. Don't everything need a damn multiverse. Okay? Now listen, I watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Y'all gonna understand what this has to do with everything else. On Netflix. It was the final season. And for some reason, they decided to throw a multiverse in this very regular witchcraft-like story. I mean, yes. So what they did was Sabrina not only has two versions of herself, one that runs hell and then one that does the regular teenage stuff. The one that goes to hell goes to a different reality where you remember the sitcom with Melissa Joan Hart? Yeah. The aunts return for this show. So they're the aunts in that reality. And I was like, I love the nostalgia of it. I thought it was dope. And then I started thinking, I was like, this was not needed.
No, you're right. Not everything needs a multiverse. That's ridiculous.
That's it. And so now that I just think about it with Batman, I think though, one, I'm very excited because it's Michael Keaton. So I just can't wait to see if they're going to do the whole spotlight on his face when he's Batman like this.
Love that.
I love that about Michael Keaton. Just as they do that. But I think they're doing that now because of Wonder Woman 84. I think that's why they're doing that, because Wonder Woman 84 altered everything about how the Justice League meets. Because if you watch Wonder Woman 84, it changes how they're supposed to meet with one another, especially with the whole love thing between her and her boyfriend. Because the way Ben Affleck has it as if she never found him again when she actually does in this one. So it's altered everything. So what it looks like is Michael Keaton may be the new Batman that's been doing all of this stuff to get everybody prepared.
Wow. He's been the original pulling the strings Batman this entire time, which listen, he's my favorite. He's my favorite Batman. Like I give Christian Bale his due for being the greatest trilogy Batman we've ever had.
I'm sorry. Sure. I'm sorry. Like, what?
I'm not here to argue with you, Will. I am not.
We won't do that this episode. We won't do that this episode.
That's fine. Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. For him to return, I hope he gets to wear the original Batman suit with the actual yellow around the Bat logo. Like that was so cool for that era. But this does bring up a lot of questions, as you know, Pat has pretty much said. Like, yo, this is a lot to deal with. If we have these two Batmen, who are going to be the two Jokers? Because you can't have them without it. You know they're going to pull that trigger. They have to. We've had Jared Leto in the Suicide Squad universe, and more recently, Joaquin Phoenix played his Joker.
But you just said that. Now think about it. What if good old Jackie Nick make a comeback to his Joker? What if he dons the white paint and he puts on the suit again?
I don't want it. Like, nostalgia only works within like 10 to 15 years within each other or in animation. Like I loved the season ending of Mandalorian. That was dope. What they did with the CGI, I won't spoil anything, but it's just like how long can we keep doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't necessarily, especially in the superhero universe, I'm not trying to see like old people come back. Like I was the first Batman. Like if you don't get a young actor who knows martial arts, I'm good with that. I need, but at the end of it, I'm not upset with two Batman. That's my second favorite superhero. I'm not upset with two Batman movies. I'm just like, DC has so much to offer, and it's almost like they're nervous to roll out anything new. Like Marvel took a huge gamble starting with Iron Man. That was like one of their least popular characters. Like that's what they started to build the universe with, and it was completely patient. They rolled out every character one by one, then did the Avengers, and DC was just like Justice League, 5 Batmans. You know what I mean? Superman's barely work, but we keep doing them. Like it's like we could keep going into the DC universe, but they keep hitting us with the same stuff. Well, and I don't know.
Here's one thing I've noticed though is that they don't like DC don't trust their instincts when it comes to putting these movies out. So just like we saw with the first rollout of like Justice League, and Batman, all that, it's like, yo, with all the chaos that they've had, like even like with Suicide Squad, every time these movies came out, they've been different versions of what it was like originally supposed to be. Like Suicide Squad, Joker was supposed to be the main villain.
Yep.
And then they switched it like last minute and made Enchantress the villain. That was one of the reasons why Jared Leto was so upset, because what they pitched to him was not what they decided to roll out. And so Marvel never had that problem. And then one good thing Marvel did too was they really paid attention to how these movies shaped their universe. Like Thor was almost on its way out because 1 was basic, 2 wasn't good. But what saved him was a movie nobody knew how it was going to work, and they took a gamble on, which was Guardians of the Galaxy. No one knew about that franchise unless you know about the comic. And so all of us were kind of like, all right, I don't really know what this is, but I'll watch it. So they stacked it up with people we know. They got an actual director that loved the style and loved the music, and it made it great. And it also expanded their universe to mimic anyone out in space towards what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy. That's how Thor became so more colorful in Ragnarok. Right. But DC hasn't found that yet.
Yeah.
I just, the Flash film was supposed to go into production years ago. Like they had to go and recast his love interest. Like that's how long that film was supposed to, get up and go. And this was, very pre-pandemic issue. There's been so many people hoping to see this Snyder Cut, which is getting released. And why does the Snyder Cut even need to be seen now? For what? Why does it need to be seen? We're not getting Ben Affleck back in the Cape and Cowl anyway. So what's the point?
He quit. He quit. But the thing is, that's the thing with DC.
No, he didn't quit. We're not getting him back because there's only 2 Batmen in the universe.
No, he's in it. No, he's in Flashpoint. They confirmed that like he will come back as Batman for Flashpoint. But Ben Affleck. But moving forward, Michael Keaton will be considered DC cinematic Batman.
Did Ben just not want to do it anymore, or what?
Yeah, he just like first it was he didn't want to direct it, the solo Batman movie.
He was directing.
He was going to direct it.
He was supposed to have his own. You're right. He was supposed to write and direct his own Batman film.
Then they switched that out, and then they had found someone, but then he decided that he didn't want to be Batman anymore, so he stepped down from Batman. Then the whole thing with Superman and Henry Cavill came, where he stepped down, and then all of them decided that they were going to come back and do everything again. But Ben Affleck still, I think Ben Affleck just don't want to have to stick to that physical regimen of being Batman. And so I think that's another reason why he turned it down, because it is a very intense thing to have to keep that kind of shape. So
I could not imagine. You cannot slip up. If you are Batman, you can't eat one donut. I feel like I get it.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been rich for forever. Like I'm over here in Turks and Caicos eating celery. Nah.
Right. That's what it was, Wolverine Origins. That's the same thing. Oh boy, that played Sabretooth. I would say his name. Yeah, he stopped because he was like, no, I'm sick of this.
Hugh Jackman was Wolverine for a long time.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Years. I think 2 decades.
Yeah, he's the longest. I think he holds the record as the longest franchise character in like movies to play like the same person.
They did him good at the end though.
I said, how long was Hugh Jackman Wolverine? The answer was 2 hours and 18 minutes.
And supposedly he's supposed to be making a comeback.
No.
So the rumor is he's supposed to be making a cameo in Deadpool 3. So we're gonna see what's up.
17 years of needing abs. Think about that.
And Bane is popping out.
17 years. That's no.
Bro, you had to be dehydrated. He had to
An
be.
intense character, and he brought it every single time. Like I don't think anyone ever had an issue with Hugh Jackman's performance as Wolverine. Like that was never the problem. It was the film, it was the script, it was the plots, it was the rebranding. It was too much. But when it came to him performing as that character through these years, we've loved it. And they did him right with that Logan movie, bro. That is I cried. I cried watching Logan. I thought that movie was incredible.
Yeah, especially what it's based from. Like they did a very good job. And I think too, Hugh's like Wolverine's character is probably one that should probably have the greatest respect, not only as a character but as an actor, because he went from so many phases of that character through Hollywood. Now I'm just meaning the movie wise, like how Hollywood was trying to figure out what are we gonna do with superhero movies, from the regular Fox stuff just casting big names and not really paying attention to the comic books, but we still messed with him. Then moving into where, okay, we look like we're going to start this whole cinematic universe thing, so let's keep pumping stuff out, and then they give us Wolverine Origins. But then it's like, yo, okay, but we still going to give you a chance, and then now we're fully into the superhero cinematic movie. People are starting to get the stuff right, and he was still in here to be able to deliver us a great piece like Logan.
You're right. Even in the bad X-Men movies, he was great. Like he literally carried him, and Professor X and Magneto were really just like the actors that carried the whole universe. And it's low-key because of them we give a pass to even the bad X-Men movies, because it's like even the bad X-Men movies are like you'll still watch it because it's Wolverine fighting it. But in terms of like storyline and like writing and talking about it as like a good movie, people don't really mess with it. So that's a really good note. Like give Hugh his flowers now, because he was Wolverine for 20 years, number one. Yeah. And it was during the figuring out phase where Hollywood had no idea what it was doing, and he still killed it all the way to the end. So shout out to having abs for 17 years. I didn't think it was possible.
I have a question to get us back into the DC thing really quick, guys. Let's talk about old school Batman villains in films.
Okay.
If they brought back Michael Keaton, somebody will get picked out of the rogue gallery from the old school. Will it be Jim Carrey's Riddler? Will it be Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy? Will it be Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze? So will it be Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face? Will it be Danny DeVito's Penguin?
Oh, okay.
Or get Michelle Pfeiffer to get her old, sexy, sensual self back in a Catwoman costume?
Didn't she say she didn't want to do it?
She probably don't. She's at Marvel now, so yeah.
So is Michael Keaton. He's Vulture.
Michael Sony. Come on, Will.
Yeah, that is that loophole. Yeah, she is fully Marvel. He is signed to Sony. That's right.
Because it's in the Spider-Man?
Yeah. So it's Sony Marvel. She's in Ant-Man, so it's straight like Marvel Disney.
Oh man, these contract loops is crazy. So you could be in both universes if you exploit that.
Yeah, like
they figured it out for Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Who needs Nick Fury? I'll take a movie without Nick Fury to be in both universes.
Same thing with Ryan Reynolds now. Deadpool, Green Lantern.
Is he still Green Lantern?
No, not anymore. But like Michael B. Jordan was Human Torch, and they were talking about asking him to come back as Human Torch.
That's crazy. I'm sick of the Joker. I'm sick of Two-Face. I think the same way that Spider-Man kept trying to make the same villains work, it's like, all right, let's try some new ones. There's enough. I would love to see a movie that's either, Poison Ivy taking over parts of Gotham and just making it into like a greenhouse, or I don't know. I'm not a big Catwoman fan. I've always liked it when she like dipped in and out and like said, hey, sexual tension with Batman real quick, stole something and then left. I don't really like her as like the main. And Mr. Freeze was trash to me. I think Penguin, you can make Penguin work. And I think that Jim Carrey grew as an actor so much over the years. he could probably bring back Riddler, but not as goofy as it was. Like, I didn't like his outfit.
Well, well, technically he do spaz out at the end, so that actually could flip into something different, kind of like on some maybe like number 23 type stuff for him to play, like you said, because he did lose his shit at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, but I'm like with Pat, because like, but now that you say that though too, even with these old cats, it's like we got 2 Batman franchises, so now it's like there's kind of a split between them, because it's like, okay, which role do you want to see in which universe, and which one works better? Because like the one I was going to mention was I would love to see Clayface, but now that I'm thinking about it, like where would Clayface work better? The DC cinematic universe or this Robert Pattinson Batman?
Cinematic.
And then the same thing we see for Penguin. Penguin is in Robert Pattinson's one. So are they going?
For me, Penguin is more mob boss, humanoid, real. Like you could see someone being like that, you know, with these anything super crazy powered OP, you're gonna have to go put that in the cinematic universe. The Robert Pattinson, I feel, franchise is doing exactly what we got with the Dark Knight trilogy, which is keeping it very real life based. This could happen. So,
I think the best one then is like what Pat said. Poison Ivy might be the best one to bring back and do something with, or that be introduced as the next villain. I feel like it's time for her to be introduced as the next one.
Or
no, I was gonna say she's an eco-terrorist, but yeah, go ahead.
All I was gonna say is this would be super weird on the eyes, but imagine a penguin that was basically, because you know how penguins kind of like small like a penguin and stuff, and like very short and stuff. Imagine if they used CGI to get like it was Gus, but he was like a tiny Gus. That'd be fire. Just like
you want Giancarlo Esposito to play every role now, Pat?
Every villain.
Okay.
He would be amazing in Gotham.
I got something for you then. I got something for you. There are rumors. There are whispers. Giancarlo Esposito is supposed to be bringing Dr. Doom to life. Fantastic Four.
That's who they are. They are eyeing him.
The Court of Owls.
Nah, they're in. Ooh, that'd been hard if he'd have done that. That would have been dope. But yeah, he's supposed to be playing Victor Von Doom. That's who they're eyeing to play.
Okay. I mean, you can't get MF Doom to do it, which I always secretly hoped for in a movie, but
or at least some music or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just a nice little cameo. That would have been a nice little cameo. He passed by before he put the helmet on and he look at him and see MF Doom, and then he puts his on and then go on to the shit.
I am here for a Fantastic Four film scored by MF Doom. That would be amazing.
Wow. Fire.
Yes, indeed, man. But I think, before we flip over to this interview, I think DC just got to get their formula down. That's it. Marvel figured out their formula on how to. I think DC can too, and just like how Pat said, I think if you look outside, like what they call the holy trinity of Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, you have so many stories that nobody wouldn't mind looking at. And then also too, DC, stop lying, stop flip-flopping all the time, and also just look at your TV universe, because it's doing great.
Yeah.
Your TV universe is awesome.
Yeah.
Take notes from that or something, because first they were like, we're not going to cross the two TV and movies. We're not going to cross those. And then I'm watching both versions of Flash on the CW's Flash. Like, stop lying to us, please.
They had to give in. They had to give in to what the people wanted, man. Like, yo, like, we're fans. Like, we're fans. At the end of the day, I think we literally just want to see the stories that we know brought to life almost verbatim. That's it. That's really what we want. And if you want to switch something up here, then maybe because I do understand that the whole aspect of certain things not transitioning from paper to film. I understand that. Sometimes it just doesn't work. You could try it and you'll see it immediately, like, this worked better simply on page.
Oh my God.
Man, give the fans what they want, man. Simple.
If there was 3 people in Hollywood who just did what you just said, like, this would probably, we shouldn't touch this. There's not one.
Nope.
There is not one person, maybe Jordan Peele, but it's literally like they're just like, no one's gonna like this, but it's gonna make money. And it's weird. It's the formula is literally as simple as you said. Just do what's already there. Like people are just like, nah, I want some flair. Let's make Spider-Man he can't walk anymore. And it's like, wait, what? Like people just keep trying to add stuff. It's just like, just give us what's in the book, please.
That's it. Like that's all we're asking about.
Hollywood, sir.
Yeah, Hollywood, sir. Oh my God.
But all right, y'all, it is time to get into this interview. Of course, we probably have one of the best Smash players in the world here today. So we're going to talk to him about Smash, video games, the whole nine. So let's go ahead and flip to the other side of this coin.
All right, guys, we got another special guest for you guys on the Coin Toss podcast. He plays as every player that you can possibly pick in the Smash Bros roster. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the dominant, Luis with a $. Make sure y'all put the $sign in front of his name. Luis.
What's up, guys? Thank you guys for having me, man.
Of course. Wait, I gotta know, because I've seen your name a million times in the Smash world. Where'd the $sign come from? Is it just something that you're like, you know what? I'm out to be out here making this money, beating these little chumps up with any character I want. Like, how'd you add the $sign?
I think this was really funny because my tag before was literally just Luis, like no $sign. And then my friends are like, yo, you're starting to get good, man. Are you sure you don't want to change your tag? I'm like, I don't know. What should I change about it? They just said it's boring. I'm like, fine, I'll just add a $sign and that's it. And then ever since I just added the $sign, I feel like it kind of like added this type of like persona in me. Like I need to, if I'm here, I'm going to make this money. And that's basically where it comes from. And every time I play this game, I'm always looking to, get better and make money at the same time, kind of like a dual motivation. It's pretty cool.
That's what I'm talking about. He got the branding on deck.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Became a rapper.
Right?
Yeah, and then it like originated where people just started calling me Louis Money, like Louis and then the $sign money. So people just call me Louis Money or Luis. So I like the Louis Money name. So I kind of rock with that too every now and then.
Yeah.
Louis Money it is.
It sounds cooler, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Louis Money.
Louis Money.
Yes, indeed. So I guess the first question I just got to know is when it comes to playing this, I need to know like who are your top go-to characters, like your top 3 go-to characters.
For sure Fox. I started playing him the most when this game came out because I think he's like probably the coolest character in the game. He's so fast. He has so many combos. He can kill you early, but I don't know. Something about him is just so cool. I would just definitely say Fox. He's my main when we're playing offline. I don't really play him online because it's kind of like a whole different game and he kind of sucks. But Fox, Mario, and probably Falco because he's also cool. Those are my main 3.
Fox and Falco, I've just never been able to get. They're just so quick and
right? Yeah, they just go all over the place. But
the dashing started happening, and people were just running everywhere around. I couldn't keep up. So that must be a whole another level of playing. Did you start at the 64? Because I heard you say when the game first came out.
No, it was actually like 2016, like middle of 2016 is when I really started playing. Like as a kid, obviously you grow up and you play games growing up. I did have a 64. I did play Smash. I did play Melee, Brawl, but like that's all super casual, like at home with friends, like nothing serious. But it was like till like late 2016 where I'm like, yo, I think I'm pretty good at this game. I was just saying that because I like to act like, I'm all talk and I'm good like that. So I did compete and I actually did good because my city, there was a lot of players, but it's not like they were like amazing. So I started winning, like right off the bat, I started competing. So I thought I was really good. And then it wasn't until some actual like player out from like the Hayward area just came out of nowhere who was actually good and just watched me. And I'm like, wait, there's people that are better than me at this game. That's actually insane. So he kept coming every Friday. There was this tournament. I won like 12 weeks in a row. Just not losing to anybody, playing whichever character I wanted, like recycling, just doing whatever. And this dude comes out of nowhere and just beats me hard for like 5 weeks in a row. And I'm like, dude, where do you practice? Like, is there more tournaments? I want to get to your level. So that's kind of how it started. Can't lie.
That's basically the premise of Dragon Ball Z.
I was just about to say that.
Just beating up humans and stuff, and then some alien comes and he's like, "Oh, He's just laying in a crater, like, wait a minute.
Right? I can't believe you beat me.
I'm Goku, dude. My story. Yeah, but yeah, that's how I started playing. It wasn't actually. It was pretty late. So like, going to be like 5 years this year. So yeah, it's been a good 4 years so far.
5 years, and this is 5 years of competing, correct?
Yeah, of like competing. Yeah.
But you were playing as Fox in the 64 version and the older versions, right?
No, I was just playing whatever. I feel like I really didn't have a main when I just played as a kid. I just played whatever character. I like hitting the random button. It's cool.
So I just got to know from a standpoint of being in them tournaments, like what is that like? Like how do you feel like when it's like this last round, it's you versus this other person? Like what is that feeling you have right before it's time for you to have that match? What are your thought process?
If it's like a really big tournament, it's obviously a lot like more built up, like, oh shoot, more stakes are on the line. But like if it's like a smaller tournament, it's like, I'm just gonna play and do my best and win. If not, I lose. That's fine. But if it's like a big tournament, it's actually I get really nervous. Like I talk like I'm not nervous, I act like I'm not nervous, and I don't feel nervous, but I can tell once I'm playing in like a high stakes match in the end, it's hard to not feel nervous. Like if it's close, if the game's close, literally after I feel my hands just shaking and like I can't control it. But like it's just hard, It's like with any competition, it's like it really depends what's on the line, how much you want it, Like if you really want to win, then the emotions come with it. If you're not really in it, then like you're not gonna feel it as much. But I always like to win, so those last matches are like building up to it. I definitely feel a lot of stress because like okay, I'm already this far, I gotta win it, But it kind of became like a routine to here in NorCal, I would win basically almost every tournament. So I kind of got used to winning, so I didn't really feel nervous. But when it comes to the nationals where you go to other states, the nerves hit harder, man. It's like a whole different game. It's really hard.
That adrenaline kicks in. You
Yeah.
want to go down in history as the best Smash player of all
Exactly,
time. I
dude.
get it, bro. I get it. I gotta ask you, man. What controller are you using when you're competing?
I just use the standard, just this. I have it right here on the side. Actually, just the game controller, just the standard one. Yep.
Classic GameCube. We interviewed a few people and they've talked about how they've started to transition over to the Pro controller. Have you had the opportunity to play with that yet?
I've never owned one, so no.
You stick it to that. You stick to your guns. I love it.
Never owned one. I played with the Joy-Cons before. Those are not it. No.
You played with the Joy-Con before?
Yeah, kind of like just to like I said, I like to when I play a lot of characters, I kind of like to disrespect people sometimes. So sometimes I just pulled out the Joy-Cons.
I knew it. I told you that somebody came out like this and said, "What's good?
You already know.
That's all they brought with them. Let's get this work."
I've never disrespected hard enough to only use one though. I at least use two.
I was about to say the little mini ones.
Yeah, no, my hands are too big for those too. Like I can't.
So how did you know? Like, how do you know which character to use? Is it literally like a matchup thing? Like, oh, they're using this, so I'm gonna use this person because I'm good with them, or is it literally like the random button, even on a professional level?
It's never the random button on professional, but I mean, I like have to practice a character just for like a bit. Literally, like you guys know Elite Smash, you just go online and just find a random person. I just go use a random character for a bit and be like, okay, I think I'm ready to use this character. So it's not really a matchup thing. It's kind of how I'm feeling. If I'm confident in using this character, I think I'll win. I think it's just that simple,
At that point, you just understand the game. Then it's not even like you have one character that fits. You just kind of get the mechanics of the game.
Yeah, because I've watched the game a lot, studied the game a lot. So kind of watching someone play a character, I feel like that's the best way to learn a character. For me, it's not like touching the character on my own. It's kind of just watching the character, and you see what they do, and I just implement that myself when I play.
That's dope. Okay, but speaking of that, so you said that you do watch to be able to get a little bit sharper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so as your skills keep continuing to grow, we always want to figure like with these competitions, there's always like, as you said, you're Goku, but there's always your Vegeta somewhere lying around, making sure that you stay on your tippy toes to continue to go to the next level. Do you have someone like that in the Smash community?
100%, yeah. It's funny. As soon as you started making that Goku analogy, I already knew the Vegeta was coming up, and I already have my answer. It's actually I don't know if you guys heard about Prodigy. Anybody?
Oh yeah, my
yeah. He's the Mario Prodigy. He actually beat Leo in the last offline tournament. He beat MKLeo, and I was like, wow, he's like this kid, man. He's like a 14-year-old kid up in Sacramento.
Oof.
Dude, that boy, whenever he comes, it's always me and him have been number 1 and 2, just spread out through NorCal the whole time of Ultimate, like the last 2 years. So it's always me or him.
Is MKLeo like the emperor of Smash right now?
He's the best player. He's been the best player ever since Ultimate came out. So for like 2 years, and then the kid Prodigy beat him up in all the way in Detroit when we went to this event back in February last year.
I feel like I was hearing about MKLeo since the Mango days, though. He's been around for a minute, right?
No, he's been around since Smash 4, which is like 2016, 2015, around there. That's when he started coming out because he's young. MKLeo is pretty young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, no, that's definitely the guy that's always keeping me on my toes. Like if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be as good as I am now, just because there's someone in the way, If you don't get better, he's just gonna outclass you. And so I always got to make sure to stay on my toes because Prodigy is always a challenge. It's back and forth every time.
Very nice. I gotta ask, at some point we had to talk about it because in the arcade tokens, we do have somebody who has a nickname, One Character Cleo. This guy Cleo, he's infamous for jumping on a fighting game, picking one character that he likes, and then never ever touching everyone. It's the most annoying thing ever to play with. Do you have any advice for Cleo and just people who play fighting games? Like, how do you maintain such like a high level with multiple characters? Is it just practicing with everybody? Is there like a tip that you were just like, okay, this one thing works with everybody if you try them? Like, how do you get to work with so many characters?
I'll be honest. I think the biggest thing about this game, it's kind of not really what you're doing with your hands, it's what you're doing with your brain. So if you're on the right mind state while you're playing, you can just play any character. So it comes with like confidence and knowledge. So Cleo, if you understand the game, if you study the game, you can play whoever you want. It's just your mind has to be ready to react, to read people. It's kind of what it is, That's my advice. You have to consciously be thinking the whole time you're playing.
I appreciate the inspiration. Thanks for calling me my IQ very low. I do appreciate that.
Most people think that they just got to be moving the whole time. They got to be pressing these buttons. But if you're just thinking, you're gonna be succeeding a lot more.
Man, listen, I've been playing as Link since the very first Smash Bros. I've never let him go, and I haven't lost. When I play people, I'm quite good with Link, and I've been running with him ever since.
I'm sorry. Did you say you've never lost? Before you answer that, I'm not saying it like I'm the one did the beating. Let me.
I was about to say you've never.
Let me make that clear. I haven't. I've seen you lose with Link.
Okay, but you've never beat me. Neither has Pat. My question is immediately, with all these new characters that we're getting in the DLC packs. So actually 2 questions for that. Who is your favorite DLC character that's been put out? And who do you want to see Smash add to their roster?
Good one. I would probably just say Joker, honestly. Maybe because he's cool, man. Like, as the coolest DLC, like the one that's in Smash, Joker for sure. Something about just him, he moves really fast. He's actually good. He's not annoying. Like all these characters that came out, I just see them as annoying. Steve, it's like, oh shoot, this guy's building and throwing carts at me. That's not fun. Min is fighting me from literally across the stage. That's not fun. I don't know. Joker, there's nothing really for me to complain about him. Like as a competitive player, you look at characters and you look at like what's annoying to deal with. And I know Joker has our scent, but like it still feels like you're fighting a real character. Unlike all these DLCs that just have their own little gimmick that's just really annoying to fight.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely be that guy. I'll go ahead and do it. You can't be talking about DC's Joker, right?
No.
There's
a character named Joker.
Yeah, there's a character Joker. Yeah, I had to clarify that. That's the coolest one that's in Smash that came as a DLC.
What about Sephiroth?
I think Sephiroth's cool. I definitely haven't been playing him a lot, so I think he's a pretty good character. I haven't fought him either, so maybe he might be the coolest one. I think he looks cool. When he got announced, I'm like, damn, this character actually looks sick.
Yeah.
But for now, I would just say Joker, though, since I've played him too, and he's pretty cool.
Dope.
What's the submission for a character that's not in that you would want to see?
I don't know if you guys ever played this game called Ninja Gaiden.
Of course.
Yeah.
One of the hardest games ever.
Yeah, I played that game so much when I was like in like junior high, and like I just love that game. That character Ryu Hayabusa, that ninja. I want him in Smash so bad. Like I would main that guy, no doubt, in an instant. And people actually talk about him being in it. I'm like, shoot, I'm down. He's a cool character.
Ryu? Okay.
Yeah, Ryu.
I mean, I feel like he would play like Snake.
That's the first thing I immediately thought of when
he would definitely be built like him, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be built like Snake, you know, kind of fast, but at the same time, not really. Hits you hard.
I can see the moveset too for that.
Yeah. Just different weapons coming out, you know, the shurikens, the katanas, anything, dude. I would like that character so bad in Smash.
That would be dope. I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot about how many crazy weapons that he had.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I have a quick question. Are you kind of like one of those players that's very, very much like game loyal to the Smash just to keep your high level? You're always consistently playing that, or do you kind of like switch it up? Do you ever like jump on Twitch or just jump on your Switch, or if you have another console and play other games, or is it very much, you know, keeping the Smash skills sharpened?
During quarantine, you know, like I'm just at home a lot. I haven't really been playing too much Smash. I've been playing a lot of I don't know if you guys play League of Legends, but I've been playing so much League recently because I don't know, playing Smash is not that many tournaments right now, and like I don't have a lot of motivation to like just keep playing. Like I still think my skills are still there. Like I don't really think they're going anywhere. So for now, I'm just, you know, kind of playing other games. I do want to get a PS5, but it's just been a hassle to get one. But yeah,
nice.
no, just a bunch of League.
Yes. Only you and I can relate to that. Getting the PS5 is tough, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Off, man.
Believe me. Join the club, sir. I'm always sitting here by myself when they do their PS5 checks randomly.
Yeah. It's a struggle for sure. It's a struggle.
Have you been team PlayStation or Xbox before the Switch? Like, what was your like console preference?
My first console besides like Nintendo consoles was my uncle got a Xbox 360. That's where I played like Ninja Gaiden and that stuff. So I was Xbox first, but then when I like decided to get my own console, it was a PS4. And then now I'm just staying with the Sony, the PS5. That's what I want, but who knows when I'll get it.
Xbox is an amazing console. I love the Xbox. It's great.
I do like it too. I'm not really like a team, you know. It's like I'm just gonna get this. I don't really have a preference, but I do want that over this one, you know.
Oh, what are you looking most forward to on the PlayStation 5 this year coming out?
I look forward to Cyberpunk a lot, but everyone's saying that game is like super sus. It's not even finished, or like I don't know. That's definitely what I was looking forward to the most. I think that one Left 4 Dead game looks cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to play that game, but I might just have to get it on PC.
Well, see, now that brings me to something that Pat has came up with that we always want to ask, especially with Smash players, because now I definitely want to play that with you, the Left 4 Dead. But since you're so good at Smash, there's this thing we've been trying to do, and it's called the back alley jump. Pat, would you like to explain this a little further to him?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, we are, I would say, beginners in terms of Smash. We would say Cleo's pushing, he's intermediate for sure. So whenever we meet like a pro player, we always invite them to just a good old fashioned arcade jumping, which basically is a 3-on-1 smash. You know, if we could just get one stock off of you, we just like fighting pro players. I know you guys are used to. You guys have like 2v1s now, and professionally, it's pretty crazy. But if we can just get one stock off of you, I think that would be an accomplishment for us. And you could just use random. That's even more embarrassing. So
I was already thinking that, hitting the random button.
So
I'm way ahead of you.
If you're down, we could set it up for a 3 versus 1. And just for I'm here for the disrespect. I have no ego in this game.
Yeah. Or I might just go Link. You never know.
Oh,
Oh, snap. Or be Ganondorf to be his like.
He's
Or
already.
be Zelda.
Shut him up.
That'd be even worse.
I could do anything, man. I'm down though. That does sound like a good time.
Let's
Nice.
do it, man. Let's set that in motion.
Big bet. All right. Do we have anything else? I think that's it. Well, thank you so much, Louis. Louis Money. Is it
Louis Money?
Louis
Yeah.
Money.
Louis Money.
Louis Money has been disrespecting people all throughout California, and then moved over to the what's it called? The world. He went from the world tournament to the tournament of the galaxies with
Tournament
the
of Power, whatever it's called.
tournament of power.
Tournament of Power.
Beat up all the Earthlings and said, "What else is out here?" That's a really, really dope come up. We want to we appreciate you so much for jumping on Coin Toss. We look forward to the jumping and seeing if we could link up with you later on Twitch or something.
Yeah.
I do want to say I respect you for keeping the Christmas decorations up. I was heartbroken when mine were taken down. Hang in there, bro.
My mom loves it. My mom loves looking at it, so I'm not gonna take it down.
There you go.
Yeah.
Normalize having Christmas trees in March. I think.
I agree.
March?
Yes.
Definitely in January. I don't know about March. Oh my god.
But again, we appreciate you for stopping by, man.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me, man. It was cool. Appreciate you guys.
Likewise.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like the next time Louis Money walks into an actual tournament, he's got to have theme music playing, bro. He's a little too swagged up, bro. There's a confidence about that guy that I really like, man. I'm voting for him.
I want him to start clicking random at professional tournaments. That would just that would just surpass. Because even if he wins every other one, people would watch just for that. Just like, man, who you got? All right, for sure. Question mark. Like, fam, you gonna fight me with whoever?
Yo, if you come in with this and go random, like that's just gonna be.
Yo, he said it. He walked in with Joy-Cons just to challenge himself. Yeah, nah. Different level of playing, man. Different level.
Yeah, man, he's gonna disrespect the crap out of us in this jumping battle.
Here for it.
Yes.
When you're that good, I'm here for it.
Yeah, exactly. But we want to appreciate Louis Money for jumping on and talking with us. Everything Smash, video game wise, it was always a great time. Thank y'all for checking out Coin Toss. Make sure that you always check out the Smash Tournament 2 on Thunder Gaming's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Thunder Gaming. And make sure you always check out the Arcade Tokens YouTube, social media pages, and Twitch channel, as well as our individual Twitch channels, twitch.tv/Cleo Thomas, Patrick Cloud, and Will Ferro. This has been Coin Toss. I am the Anomaly Pharaoh.
Cleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living.
Patrick Cloud.
We are the Arcade Tokens, and we will catch you next time.